guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to be taking a look at an Atari 2600 game from Activision called Dolphin. This is one that I've been kind of meaning to get around to. I think a lot of these games I need to get around to. But this one is definitely, one that I've always thought I need to really sit down and play because, I have played it on occasion, probably on my live streams as well. I've probably, when I do my Atari live streams and I play Atari games, I've probably thrown it in there. Didn't know what was going on, and kind of passed on it and went to something else. But I always thought it looked cool. I mean, the graphics look great. And so this time I actually thought, well, I'm just going to read the manual, figure out what's going on. Now, what triggered this was I just recently did a kind of a trailer reaction to the new Intellivision Amico, where they put out some more information and they put out a video showing some gameplay. And the last one that they show, it looks like it's going to be Echo the Dolphin, which is, from the Sega Genesis. Another game that I need to actually sit down and try. But anyways, yeah, so I was having like a discussion on Facebook, and one of my friends on Facebook was thinking that maybe that last game was Dolphin. And the reason why is because the new Intellivision Amico is actually going to have some Atari games on it. The thing is, though, this is Activision, so I don't know if they're going to have Activision titles. I don't know if they're going to have a license for that. But they are going to have, like, our Atari classics, like Missile Command and stuff like that, which they've shown in Moon Patrol. So whether they actually have, like, anything to do with Activision, I'm not sure. So that's why I said, no, I think it's actually going to be Echo the Dolphin. But then we started talking about this game being actually a pretty decent game. And I said, yeah, I do need to sit down and play this one. This one might actually be fun. So let's do this. Let's put this into the Atari 2600. I've only really, played this in passing. I haven't actually spent a lot of time on it. But I kind of know what's going on now. So let's give this a shot. Okay, so we got Dolphin booted up. Yeah, I mean, there's no real title screen. Typical Activision, I think, is that they just do like the screen, the first starting screen. Then they got the little Activision logo down here that kind of flickers up and down. And it tells you what setting you're on. So, if you're on a one-player game, two-player game, or I believe there's like a whole bunch of different settings you can play on this game. And the other thing is, I made sure that I left the difficulty switches both in the B position, because that's pretty much the easiest setting. And I'll kind of explain that. Let's start. Let's reset the game. Alright, so that's you there. You're the little green dolphin guy. That's a squid chasing me. Whoa. Now, what's important about this game, and it's the problem with me talking here, is that you got to pay attention to the sounds, which is neat. Because, it's a dolphin and it's using echolocation. That's a wave there. So these are the waves that, if it's an arrow going this way, the wave's going that way, which means it's going against you. And that's a wave coming at me. Whoa! And so the object really is to get through these seahorse walls without this guy catching you. I mean, other than that, that's pretty much what you're doing. And you can just get higher scores based on what you do. So if I were to hit that arrow, my dolphin's going to go a little bit faster, which is cool, because it helps you get away from this squid guy. And if he hits the arrow going in the opposite direction, he slows down. Like if he hits that, just like that, he slowed down, which is, beneficial. And then eventually there's going to be a seagull flying by. So let's actually give this a shot. Because you got to listen to the sound effects. If it's a higher up pitch, I believe the opening's up here, and if it's a low pitch, it's down here. So if you're not really good with tones, and I'm not, I mean, I'm okay, but I still use an electric tuner for my guitar, so I can tune my guitar, because I can't do it by ear, so I don't have the best sense of tone. Oops. Okay, I've been missing them. That's the seagull there. I don't know if I hit him. So if you hit the seagull, you can actually turn around and stop the squid, and you get a lot of points. But again, you got to listen to the sound, which is what I'm not doing. Let's try that again. See, it was, oops, really high pitch there, so it's at the top. Low pitch, it's at the bottom. Whoa, whoa, the squid's after me. Whoops. I think it's going to be lower. There it is. And that little sound there was the seagull coming. Oops. Of course, every time you hit the wall of those seahorses guys, your dolphin slows down, and then he can catch you. Oops. Ah. I think it's going to be up here. Oops. Once you learn the pitches, you'll know exactly where the opening is going to be. Oh, I missed the seagull. Now you can flip out of the water just like I'm doing here. But dolphins don't fly, so... Oh, jeepers. Now, the reason why I said I put the difficulty switch to B is that if you do get the seagull, you have 4 seconds to capture the dolphin, or capture the squid guy. If you have it set to A, you only get 2 seconds. So, technically, setting it to B is easier. Oops. I think that one's up here. There it is. But I like this, how you gotta use the tones to, you know, give you an advantage, the echolocation. And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's what a dolphin would really be doing, right? Uses the echolocation to see where it's going. Sorta. Ah. Oops. He's on my case. Oh, jeez. I don't know if there's a difference between going forward or backwards. I guess it's up to your preference. Kind of like in Pitfall, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go to the right or to the left? Let's try the, let's try to see what... So, I believe 2 would just be a 2-player game. Oh, that went by fast. Let's see what 7 is. I don't know. Oh, okay. I think it's just faster. He's already on my case. Crazy. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this game definitely does take some getting used to. Oh. Okay, good. I got the current. Oh no! Oops. Right into him. Still haven't got that seagull guy though. Alright. Let's put this back to 1. Let's put it on 1. I think I'm set to 1. Oops. Hey, hurry up. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Seagull, seagull. Got him. Okay. There we go. See, I got some points there. It kind of made him run away, but, you know, he just starts up back on your tail again. That's kind of neat. I don't know why the seagull can give you that kind of a weird power to do that. Oops. Oops. Ow. Missed it again. So you can see that this is actually pretty fun. I mean, I like how they integrated the sound into it. You know, most of the time when you got sounds in a video game, it's usually there for you know, ambience, just to make the game fun. And a lot of times you could just turn your volume off, crank up your stereo, you know, zone out, whatever. Don't even listen to it, and you could still play the game fine. There are some games, obviously, out there that do use sound effects to kind of alert you that something's going to happen. And that's kind of what this is doing. But you really have to listen to it. And the thing is, like I said, you gotta know what the tones are. And once you figure out the tones, you can know where your dolphin has to be on the screen. It has to pretty much be exact, because you got to get through that opening exact. You know, it kind of also reminds me of Impossible Mission, where there's a section in Impossible Mission where you go into a room and it does kind of like that Simon Says, where it does a whole bunch of different tones, and then you gotta like click on the lowest tone to the highest tone, I think it is, and if you do that, you get a prize, you know, for doing that. And it gets harder and harder, it gets more tones and all that other stuff. So this is kind of in that same area where you listen to the pitch of the tone, and you know where the opening's going to be. Otherwise, you just got to guess, and most times you're just going to crack into that wall, and you got that squid chasing after you, so you don't have a whole lot of time to make mistakes. But you know, I thought that the game being colorful, the graphics being fun, I could have totally seen myself playing this in the past. I didn't have this one as a kid, obviously, but I totally would have played this if I had it. Anyways, yeah, so I still got to check out the Echo the Dolphin game. I don't actually have the physical copy of it, but, you know, if I can't find a copy of it, I know it's not expensive. I'll probably find one in a video game store at some point, or I'll just play it on the emulator. Either way. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think of Dolphin for the Activision title for the Atari 2600. Did you play this one when you were a kid? Do you still play it now? Throw some comments down below. Hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.